Welcome to the third edition of the Futures League Rundown, presented by BlueFrame Technology, the official broadcast network of the FCBL. I'm your host, Matt Sottile, and if you dig the long ball, then do we have a show for you this afternoon. We'll show you highlights from 7 games, but before we do so, we wanted to thank our sponsors at BlueFrame who are giving us access to every highlight from every game all season long. And in order for you to get access to these same highlights in real time, visit fcblnetwork.com, select a broadcast, and follow the purchase instructions. Single games are just $8, and an all-access pass is $99. That'll get you access to every game all summer. BlueFrame, stream like a pro. And now, let's get into the highlights. We start off in Nashua last Saturday, where the Silver Knights took on the North Shore Navigators. Top of the first, Logan Bravo from Harvard gets the first run on the board for the Navs. His single into left field scores Ben Malgeri. Then, bottom half of the frame, Ben Rounds, Bravo's teammate at Harvard, delivers a 2-run shot over the right field fence. Silver Knights back on top, 2-1. Now in the 5th, Cody Morissette from BC strokes one up the middle, plates his Eagles teammate Sal Fralick and Ben Malgeri from Northeastern. We move top 9 with 2 down, also from Northeastern. Ryan Cervone delivers the game-tying run with a ground rule double that gets over the short fence and left. Have a day, Boston boys. But Nashua would respond first. It's Troy Schreffler Jr. Comes home on a wild pitch, bottom 9. We are tied up again at 4. Then Nick Shumsky, the senior from Merrimack, delivers with 2 down, bottom 9. It's a walk-off single. The Silver Knights hand the Navigators their first loss of the season. Final score from this one, Nashua 5, North Shore 4. We now move on to Leominster on Saturday night, where the Worcester Bravehearts playing in their new temporary home at Doyle Field, taking on the New Britain Bees. Bottom of the 2nd inning, Donnie Cahoon, the Hartford Hawk, puts Worcester up with his RBI single to right field. Bravehearts up 1-0 on the mound for the Bravehearts. The 2019 Futures League Pitcher of the Year, Angelo Baez from St. Thomas Aquinas. He was dealing tonight. Both of his starts this year have come against the Bees, and tonight Baez went 6 innings of shutout work. He only allowed 4 hits and got 4 Ks on 67 pitches. Now in the 7th with his team up 1-0, leadoff hitter Danny Torres from St. Leo University launches a solo shot to left field, first home run this year at Doyle Field. In the next inning, Ben Rice puts another run on the board for his team. He goes deep to left in the 8th. Worcester off to a good start. They're up 3-0. And the Bees trailed by 3 when they stepped up for their last at-bats, top 9. Noah Martinez out of CCSU goes opposite field into the left field corner. His teammates Rivera and Caruso score. It's now 3-2. Then Tony Sochi hits it to first base. Base is loaded. Aiden Wild mishandles it in his throw home. Not in time. We are tied up at 3. The Bees make a comeback. 1 out, base is still juiced. Todd Peterson grounds into a 6-4-3 double play. Great job by the Bravehearts of getting out of a jam. It was tied after 10, so we move to our first home run derby. You get 3 minutes to hit as many as possible. Andrew Kane from the University of New Haven put up 8. Now it's Ben Rice's turn. Rice from Dartmouth, who already hit one in the 8th, just pounding him to right center. He's already got 7 on the board by the time he takes his first time out. After some water and motivation from his teammates, he puts the next 2 he sees out of the park. First one is gone, no doubt about it. Second one hanging in the air. His teammates getting ready to swarm him, and it's out of here. The Bravehearts win the first derby of 2020 off the bat of Ben Rice. Now the very next afternoon at Doyle Field, we have the Game of the Week presented by Zorian Bat Company. Nashua in town to take on the Bravehearts, who are still riding high off that derby win the night before. It's scoreless in the bottom of the 3rd when Bravehearts second baseman Danny Torres lifts one to left field. It's a high fly ball that goes off the wall. PJ Barry, his teammate in college at St. Leo University, is brought home from second base. Still in that inning, it's Aiden Wild from Stonehill College, lines one up the middle. Torres comes across to score as well. Then Joseph Pesci from NYIT brings home the 5th run of the inning for Worcester with his RBI single. In his next at-bat, Wild goes yard with a 2-run shot to dead center, deepest part of the park. Bravehearts up 7-1. The second home run comes off the bat of Andrew Salima of Holy Cross later on that inning. It is now 9-1. But in the top of the 7th, Nashua would give Worcester a run for their money and do some damage. Brady Day, an incoming freshman at Kansas State, comes in to pinch hit and mashes a 3-run shot. Nashua cuts into the lead. They're down 8-4. Later in the inning, Day up again. He puts a liner past Danny Torres at second. 2-run score. The throw to the plate is a close one, but Max Vieira slides in safe, just ahead of the tag. Nashua 1 out away from sealing the deal and getting the great comeback win, but Joe Pesci goes up the middle and ties it up at 10. We head to our second derby in as many days. Ben Rice, the stud from Dartmouth, picked up right where he left off the night before. He's launching nukes, making it look easy. Look at his teammates going crazy on the sidelines. Rice gets his 11th home run and he hits number 12. He knows it's gone, avoids the Gatorade bath, and the Bravehearts win it again in style. Also on Sunday, North Shore heading to Westfield for a doubleheader at Bullens Field. Game 1, bottom 1, Drew DiMartino rips one into the gap. Reggie Crawford can just walk home. Starfires on the board. And now your Futures League pitcher of the week, Craig Scherr from UAlbany, goes 5 1/3, only allows 4 hits and 1 unearned run. Here he gets Peter Burns to ground into a 4-6-3 bases loaded double play to end the second inning. Great outing from Scherr. Mark Coley out of URI goes yard to left in the 5th. It's a 2-run shot. Coley finished this one 2 for 3, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and a walk. Now in the 7th, it's the last inning because of the doubleheader. Cam Climo, the pinch hitter from UMass Lowell, he extends the game, puts one just past the reach of Coley and left. We are tied. Now bottom 7, Johnny Tasillo, the catcher from Stony Brook, bloop single into center field. The Starfires walk it off 4-3. They would also go on to win Game 2 15-5. 3 separate innings where they score 5 runs. They sweep the doubleheader against the Navs. Now moving on to Tuesday, Nashua hosting Brockton from Holman Stadium. It's 1-1 in the second when the tarp comes onto the field. Nashua's 3rd rain delay at home of the season. We talked to Jared Dupree on Back to the Futures. He said his team called this one a must-win. We get back underway. It's a gapper off the bat of Andy Mara. The Georgetown Hoya drives in Buddy Dwayne. It's 2-1 Nashua. Now bottom 5, Ben Rounds from Harvard shoots one in between third base and shortstop. He ties this one back up the throw to the plate. It's a close play, but not in time. And then Buddy Dwayne out of CCSU puts one into right field and drives in a run. Top 7, Brockton up 4-2. Good back and forth contest here. Bottom of the frame. First, it's Dominic Keegan from Vanderbilt. Rips one down the left field line. Troy Schreffler Jr. scores. Then with 2 men on, another run already across. Northeastern's Jared Dupree puts one up the middle that deflects off the pitcher. It's a 3-run inning for the Silver Knights, who reclaim the lead. Now Brockton down to their last out. Buddy Dwayne ropes a triple to right field. Jake Geloff scores with ease. Big game for Dwayne. He finished 4 for 5 with 2 RBIs. And with that, we have our 3rd derby in 4 days. Dominic Keegan up for Nashua. The number to beat is 10. He's mashing shots to the left center power alley. And his first one after a timeout, his shot to left center at the wall. You can forget about this one. His teammates know it. It's a huge win for Nashua after the hour-and-a-half rain delay. They win 5 of 7 after starting 0-3, the last team to get in the win column in 2020. Now moving ahead to Westfield, where they played host to the Worcester Bravehearts. Andre Marrero of Quinnipiac starts the scoring with an RBI single into center field. 1-0 Starfires, bottom 2. Then we have a web gem at first base. Reggie Crawford, the first baseman out of UConn, the freshman, snags a line drive to save a run. Starfires stay ahead 1-0. It wouldn't be for long, though, as EJ Exposito of NYIT homers to left center in the top of the fifth, puts Worcester up 2-1. Now bottom 8 with his team needing a run. Cedric Rose from Herkimer Community College puts a ride onto one into the left field corner. Anthony Perino scores. Rose into second with a stand-up double. He's fired up, shoots that arrow into the sky. His teammates loving it. Westfield ties it at 2. Top 9 now. Danny Torres gets his bat on a pitch low and away. Brings home PJ Barry. The Bravehearts hold on to win this one by a score of 3-2. Now we have our last game for this edition of the Futures League Rundown. Takes place on Wednesday night. It's the New Britain Bees playing host to the Nashua Silver Knights. We pick it up bottom 4 when Andrew Kane, University of New Haven talent, increases his hitting streak to 8 games. With his double to the wall in right center, brings home the first run of the night for the Bees. Next batter, it's the designated hitter from Northeastern, David Howarth. He brings home Kane, makes this one 2-1 Bees. Now moving on to the top of the 9th, New Britain still clinging to a 1-run lead. Lucas Stallman from Boston College pimps one to deep left, clears the wall, and we are tied. Huge shot for Stallman. Couple batters later, Mike Rounds of UMass puts a chopper past the outstretched glove of Kane at first. He plates Shumsky and Troy Schreffler Jr. The Silver Knights stay hot with a 5-4 win. And now, let's take a look at your FCBL Pitcher and Player of the Week. Your Futures League Pitcher of the Week, powered by Changeup, Craig Scherer of the Westfield Starfires out of UAlbany. In 2 games, which included 1 start in that win we showed you over the North Shore Navigators on Sunday as part of a doubleheader sweep. In total, he went 7 2/3, only gave up 5 hits to go along with 6 Ks and no earned runs. And your Futures League Player of the Week, powered by On Deck Sports, Cody Morissette of the North Shore Navigators out of Boston College. In 8 games, he went 13 for 30. That's a .433 batting average. Had 14 RBIs to go along with 5 runs scored. Those are your Pitcher and Player of the Week. Well, Futures League fans, that will do it for episode 3 of the Futures League Rundown. Enjoy your weekend, and if you can't make it to a game, remember our friends at BlueFrame Technology are delivering you every game all season long. Individual games, $8, and all access pass, only $99. It's a heck of a deal, and you can see all these highlights in real time. We will see you soon. Until then, I'm your host, Matt Sottile.